rock, rock, rock. Welcome in to Boise State University's very own Game Pants Esports Arena. You're watching our coverage of the Mountain West Conference in Valorant. Boise State is looking to pick up their win tonight against the Nevada Wolfpacks. Both teams have been doing pretty well in the conference so far, and they do well always. I am Greg Old Soul Smith, and then on the desk here I have, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yeah, Hayden Vagar Dalton.
And Hayden, what do you think makes collegiate play a cut above the rest? I know we have a lot of high school teams come through here and play, and we get to see a lot of that, but this is just a different level fighting here for the championship title.
Yeah, you know, Greg, we see like you mentioned, a lot of esports tower, and there are certainly good players and stuff. But I think one thing that can set teams apart is just seeing their how they work together as a team, and like they don't have to be the best shots, but they know how to work together and just overwhelm the enemy.
Yeah, I like that.
That always just kind of goes beyond. Like you can be a really good like solo player, but like being able to have that team coordination at that high of a level like really distinguishes you.
Yeah, the sum of the parts is truly greater than each one. The whole is greater than the sum of the parts. Well, let's get into tonight's rules, how we're going to be playing. Let's look at the event. This is our typical 5v5, best of 3, with the title conference on the line. This is a double round robin, which we'll be casting Wednesday and Saturday. And in the mix, none other than Nevada, UNLV, CSU, SJSU, Fresno, New Mexico, Hawaii, Utah State, and Boise State University. I'm biased. I don't know about you, but I hope Boise State gets far, does well. Any teams you know a lot of history about, or are we just going to jump right into it?
Yeah, I'm pretty. I haven't been paying too much attention to them right now,
Sure.
but I've heard that Nevada is pretty good, so it'll be it'll be an interesting match to see.
I'm looking forward to an interesting match. Hopefully, we get some solid gameplay tonight. Solid gameplay doesn't come on accident. Practice is not passive. Let's get into Doc's keys. See what he has to say about excellent gameplay. Doc's keys to the game in Valorant are to flank efficiently, spend and peek wisely, diminish their econ and loot, and dominate those angles. These keys are brought to you by Drop-In Gaming. Drop-In Gaming is the premier online platform for gamers who seek competition. Play through your favorite games to win cash and prizes through free and paid entry matches and tournaments. Whether you're new to the scene or a seasoned veteran, Drop-In Gaming is the right games and competition for you. To begin your competitive gaming journey, sign up at dropingaming.com. Well, there it is, the matchup for tonight, Nevada Wolfpacks versus Boise State's Broncos. And I think our first map is Bind. How do you feel about Bind?
Oh, Bind is a good map. I think you see a lot of teams, like, either this can be a make or break map for them.
Sure.
I think it's a little defender-sided, at least from what I've seen.
Okay.
There's always, I feel like both teams can do all right on attack, and then you see them on defense, and then all of a sudden it's just a whole different game.
Right.
It's just like all of a sudden it's like they can't take any of these sites. They can't get a foothold, and then the cheeky flanks, of course. Like,
oh, yes. Bind's flanks are some of my favorites, which is why I think we see so much Killjoy. Her lockdown is nice because you can plant it in the hallways nearby, but it's really that flank guard. And I think high-level flanking is huge. So I'm ready to get into the game whenever you are. Hopefully this controller meta gearing of Bind. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think just the way the map's designed, controllers are like just such a core part of it. We've seen a lot, like both Killjoy and Cypher, amazing. Sage, like you can't forget now you can't do it anymore, but like that iconic wall right at the beginning of, I believe it's B site.
Yeah.
Now that you can jump on those boxes, that's not really relevant anymore.
Yeah.
And you even see Viper, who's not a controller, but is a controller.
Yeah, she's getting a lot more controlling, and I know that Riot was trying to work on that when they changed a lot of the dual role kind of characters to be more, controller friendly. So, and speaking of characteristic walls, do you think we'll see any Neon play at all?
Ooh, Neon, like every time I see her, she seems to do, at the very least, solid. And then beyond that, she always can do amazing.
Right,
like,
but there's a good baseline.
Yeah, she's never like in a bad spot just because like the immobility, you can just like even just running really fast around corners and like letting your teammate peek, just being able to run that fast throws their aim off for just long enough for your teammate to get that kill. And then her lightning gun, I don't know if it's been changed yet, but that thing's pretty insane.
Oh, my goodness. It is pretty intense. And I haven't seen too much, but what I have seen, it's been intense. Some real Darth Sidious action with that lightning gun. Yeah. Do you think that mobility, that almost distractive mobility, is enough to take Jet out of a pick lineup for us tonight?
Maybe. I feel like Jet is always going to be relevant.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you have Chamber now and Neon, but, like, Neon isn't quite as good at opping as Jet is, just because Jet can just press one
Flash
button
mobility,
and she's just done. Like, she's out of there. She gets the pick. And then Neon's a little more entry-friendly, though.
Okay,
and she's
First
got
Blood feels not for operators.
Yeah, she can get into sites really efficiently and kind of press the fight, while Jet can't. I mean, she can, but she's also a lot more comfortable in the op as well.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
A good look at it all. Yeah, I feel like Jet's been meta since beta, and that's not going to change. I mean, unfortunately, I can't say that I'm tired of seeing her, but it's so consistent. I like to see things like kind of, you know, tossed up a little bit, some changes, but she really is just so powerful.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard people suggest making her E, like you have to charge it to go further.
Interesting.
Like you tap it and you'll go just like a little ways.
Yeah, just like jiggle peak distance.
Hold it down, which I feel like if they did that, it's such a hard thing to balance, because I feel like if they tweak it too much, then she's not going to be relevant. But if they don't, she's just going to always be picked.
And it's crazy what small changes, what, like you're saying, just tweaks change the meta so much, because it really is a game about absolute optimization when you're playing at a level like this. Yeah, you can't just roll dice with who you're picking.
Yeah, I know. Well, you got any predictions for what we're going to see in the lineups here?
I think on Bind, you've got to have a Killjoy. You've got to have a Viper. This is really one of the only places that we see Rays, so I would not be surprised if we got a lot of Rays. I think that Brimstone is really coming in onto this map. There's a lot of places where smokes are key, and I think that his stim adding mobility to everyone is pretty impressive. So although we haven't seen a lot of him yet, or I haven't seen a lot of him, I'd like to see him tonight. I like where he's going with that.
Well, one thing with Brim is this was one of the maps before he even got buffed that he was still viable on.
Yeah,
I believe it was this one and Split.
Yeah.
Like, the only two maps that he had enough utility around the sites. Like, it wasn't Omen or Astra levels, but he could be very efficient at locking down the site and using his Molly and his ultimate to keep people away. And now he's buffed, so we'll have to see... Which is good to see him get buffed finally, because he's been locked to those two maps in very niche situations.
Yeah, and good to see them finally buffed is exactly how I've been feeling about Omen. I don't know how you guys feel about Omen, but he's one of my favorite characters by far, and this has just changed the game. This is not Bind. Well, that's all right. A real quick pick change, talking about Ascent. Reyna. I don't know why, but always Reyna.
On Ascent?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think she's a really good. The open areas on this map allow her Leers to
just comes in so strong, as well as Sova. Sova, it's important for him to have big open areas to get the dart through, because you can't, you only get so many bounces. But there's so many high places to drop them where people just can't even shoot them.
Yeah, and there's also a lot of areas on these maps where you see the Sova dart, and if you can't take it out in time, you're probably dead. You'll just hear that Odin through the wall or something.
So many wall bangable walls here. This entire shack is wall bangable, so you're basically just dealing with one big open site that you can just spray down through. This, again, those curtains back there, basically your only saving grace is Jenny. So
yeah, so he's pretty scary on this map. So
definitely
that and Killjoy. So
that's true. Killjoy, I would also like to see as a big pick there. Yeah, our Sentinels have been pretty unwavering. We don't see a whole lot of Sage other than Icebox, just because that wall is so critical.
Yeah, and Sage has had better days.
Sage has had better days. I remember Battle Sage meta. Phoenix. Almost never picked.
No,
almost never ever picked.
I think Neon was kind of the nail in the coffin for him too. It's like she gets like a double wall of his wall, essentially. On top of, she just kind of does everything other than the revive better.
Yeah, which I have seen good utility come out of that. We actually had a Phoenix play here in Esports Tower recently. It was a good time. Yeah, actually popped off, did really well.
He's really niche, but he's always been a character since the beginning that I've just found cool, and I love his ultimate and all his abilities in theory. He just doesn't play very well sometimes. So.
Yeah, it happens. They were really for CS:GO players to pick up real easy in the meta, but I think they've kind of left him by the wayside because the pop flashes are just better from KO and Sky. I honestly think so.
Yeah.
And KO on this map, we see him occasionally, but not often. Do you think he'll pop up on Bind? He's pretty popular as well.
Yeah, I think Ascent's also one of those maps where KO shines just because of how small the areas can be. Your silences work really well, your pop flashes, and area denial with the grenade.
Yeah.
And I've been seeing, from what I've seen from the Boise State team, they've actually been adopting KO a lot more.
Good to
so,
yeah, okay.
Which I'm very happy about.
Yeah.
Because I've always thought he was really underrated. Like, he's not like the best at anything. He's kind of a jack of all trades character, but he's a little bit of Sova, a little bit of a duelist, a little bit of an initiator. He just kind of does everything.
And really levels the playing field.
Especially one thing people don't think about is he just kind of nullifies a killjoy on a site if done correctly.
Yeah.
Because he can silence them, stop their mollies from going off. I think, does it disable the turret?
I can't remember how it affects the turret and the owl drone or Sky's animals, but like some I think it disables and some it doesn't.
Okay, but I feel like he's just a good character in general.
Yeah.
Like, you can always put him on your team and be like, yeah, I feel solid.
A solid pick. Yep, yep. And you alluded a little bit to Chamber earlier. Chamber? Question mark?
Yeah, Chamber's a good character for almost any map. I don't see a map where I'm like, oh, that's not a Chamber map. You know, he's the Sentinel who, instead of using utility, or is he a Sentinel, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Who his way to get you away from the site is to literally just shoot you with a fancy gun. So, we got our agent select here. Looks like there's the Chamber pick and the Jet.
And Breach, we got Omen, Jet, Killjoy. I know we basically talked about everyone. There's no way they're picking Yoru.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he got his buff, so.
Wow, there it is. We've got Yoru locked in. I like that. Okay.
His rework's something to be feared now, I feel like.
Okay.
Which, he seems really strong.
Yep.
And my thing is, like, he's been so underpowered. It's kind of nice to let him be strong for a little
it was
bit.
basically just Ethos that was playing Yoru, and we didn't see any other Yoru. So I am looking forward to this. I do like things to change a little bit. Astra as well. I think Riot did a good job of nerfing Astra without nerfing her into the ground. We still see Astra picked, and even though Chamber has come out, which is kind of a replacement to Cypher, I don't know how you feel about that, but so we still see Cypher picked. I think the 4.04 did a good job of really rounding things out and making things available for people. But,
Cypher has seen some better days, but he's still viable. I feel like he's more viable than Phoenix. So, you know, going into this, we'll have to see as the meta evolves and stuff, if we get to see a rise in Cypher and just how the meta is going to shape out.
And I've seen some cheeky things with Cypher on this map in particular, actually trying to deal with those jet dashes. People are getting more clever with those placements.
Oh, yeah.
But
I think an interesting thing that I don't know the answer to is, do Cypher trips work on Yoru clone?
Oh, I think they do. I think they do.
So that could be a good way to deal with him.
Getting right into it, look at that aggressive stance from Nevada coming right out into B lobby, and we might have someone from Boise State looking to pick them up around the corner here, but at the same time, they're pushing way into A. So got Calvin D looking to back up, try to take care of this Killjoy utility, trying to move into site, and I love this pinch approach where we have 4 people already on site, plus 1, now that the call's been made, well, unfortunately, went down in mid, but 4 people on site here looking for the post plant.
That's such a quick take on Boise State's part. Like, it's just quiet, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, no one's on, you can't go in cat, you can't go in tree, and they're pushing inside.
Yeah, quiet and sudden shutdown is just what entry utility can do for you. And we already have a flank guard here, which is huge considering people are already looking to come in from garden, though they're shut down. And another one down as Calvin takes out. Mochi replies, but Skies is backing it up. Skies does go down right there in hell, but J-Bag cleaning the site up with a 2K. Boise State takes that one, but only 2 people alive. How do you feel about economy on first round? Super critical, looking for snowball, or you think kind of give or take?
Yeah, I think most of the time you're going to win round 2 if you won round 1. You go for those Spectres and the armor, and like, you might lose a person, you might lose 2, but you're going to win the round, like, as long as you're playing as a team, especially. Because, like, the only way you lose that, I think, is if you split up, let a couple of people die to, like, the YOLO charge with the classics.
Yep.
They get a couple Spectres.
No YOLO charge here. Wow, it looks like we are pulling right in. Wow, a kill right off the bat here from several sides. We're looking already at a 3v4 with low health on the Yoru and the Omen, but we are on site. Looking to back up here, Skies. Getting ready for the post-plant scenarios. The spike goes down by J-Bag.
One thing of note is that Nevada actually bought a couple marshals and a few weapons here. I think they forced.
Yeah, what a super force on, 0 round wins. Ooh, gave up that location for the turret when it wasn't in eyes. Maybe not the call, but this is still clutchable for either side.
Yeah,
J-Bag and J-Bald looking to hold these angles here, really lock the sight as we get closer and closer down, but Mochi takes guys with that Marshall, and
One enemy remaining.
This could be
Last player
the
standing.
Yoru clone. Oh, but they were able to trade that out, luckily. Yeah, that Yoru clone really threw them off there. They shot the clone thinking it was them, and then turned into a little bit closer situation than it needed to there.
Yep.
But I have to give Nevada props. They had those Marshall shots on point. They took a risk with the Marshalls.
They did.
And it paid off. Even though they didn't win the round,
Yeah, I will say they ruined the bonus for Boise State. Boise State only had 1 player alive, so they didn't get to bonus up very many weapons. At most, maybe they stole a Marshall, maybe they took it. It looks like J-Bald walked away with that Spectre.
Yeah, it looks like we're on the half buy here.
Yeah, and Nevada went so well. We know that Nevada has to be so low on creds after force buying the first loss. They were low on shields to begin with.
It looks like they're force buying up though. You see Vandal, but only half shields, full shields, and a Guardian.
Yeah.
Like they're forcing this up. They're out for blood here, I think.
Yep. They might be out for a minute as well, as we see a tech pause here with a game crash. So gives us time to analyze the econ and the skins. I like this, the pop knife skins.
Yeah, that animation is very sleek when you pull it out.
Not as nice as the Volley Song butterfly knife. Some people just like to run around the map with their knives, and we get good looks at that.
Yeah, the underrated one I see is the War Fan. No, I don't see very many people have that. That thing's very sleek.
Or the big spike that came out like during the Oni, when Oni Phantom was being sold. It was just like one hand spike. That's a good one.
Claw.
Yeah, yep.
Yep.
Looks like Piri's back into the game. Hopefully we can finish up this buy round and get into it. Boise State.
No, bring it back. There we go.
There we are.
Yeah, they're all lining up to admire the wonderful spray.
I'm sure that's W Panda himself. A nice little
self-portrait.
Self-portrait that he's etched into the walls here on a Sense B site.
This can be very scary for Boise State.
It can.
But
they may have a Sky looking hungry here. They're able to move right in. That smoke critical. Ooh, J-Bag with a little bit of spray control issues there. Looking to take out this Yoru in the corner here, but he's standing his ground. Grant gives enough time for Stigma to come back around that smoke. Remember, it doesn't last long, and there's a 25-second cooldown on it now. W Panda looking to finish that up. Sees just a little bit of the shoulder of the one-shot Stigma. I'm sure people are yelling one-shot in the queue.
And unfortunately, they weren't able to get that.
And 200 credits wasted on that special sidearm there. The fancy gun, so we've called it so far.
What was it? The risk that was taken by Nevada to force up here was a pretty big one, because if you were able to get some of those rifles off, because Boise State wasn't at full buy capacity, but Spectres and Guardians can still put in the work.
They can.
If they managed to win that one, it would have probably been another 2 rounds, because they'd have to save one. And then
that's true, yeah.
So that was quite the risk, but it paid off, and it paid off very well.
Might put Boise State here on the back foot. I think those Marshals on round 2 were just out of the pocket. Stigma getting aggressive here. Might be punished by W Panda, but Panda's just not ready for that much aggression. J-Bag looking to follow it up, but the Cloudbursts are coming out, just adding so much force back there. The Gravity Well, they're already looking to just file down A. Look at that mini-map there. They're all just made the rotation to play so aggressive, because the spike is already down. The win con's changed. We've got to see a rotation over from that Killjoy.
Is that the
that's the Yoru ultimate. He has come flying in right back around J-Bag. J-Bag getting spooked here, able to take one down. Starts doing the pre-shots, being very deliberate about this. He's right in their pocket and looking to pinch. Took the eyes off. J-Ball has got to sneak back in. Takes one out around Catwalk.
Yeah, that Yoru just really disrupted Boise State's plans.
Disrupt is the word for it, yeah.
They had such a nice setup, and then all of a sudden there's a Yoru in the middle of their team, and it just threw everyone off just enough.
One thing collegiate play really makes me rethink is ult economy. It is not everyone comes online at the same time. It's not a fair game. And they will actually repath to pick up those ult orbs. So we've already seen an ult pulled out, and we already have 2 on either side that are ready to go again.
Yeah, I think it's interesting to see that Boise State didn't opt for a Yoru. Maybe just Boise State players haven't practiced with him, but he just...
Sure.
And maybe it's because of my limited experience. He just seems so strong right now. Like the fact that he can... The clone, the teleport that you can fake.
I will say he seemed absolutely game-breaking when it first came out, but then it almost felt, and I don't know how you feel about this, but it almost felt to me like it was more of a low elo advantage, just because the game sense totally overrides what you might be hearing from the Yoru's footsteps.
Yeah, I feel like it's just...
oh!
Ooh.
Wow, punished for pushing through that smoke, and now the spike is down. That means they've got to... commit there or commit to a rotate, which it looks like they're trying to swing out or at least get a little bit of space for the repoke. We have knives out here. Sky's got that smoke back down, looking to poke against this other...
Yeah, we've burned the knives here, so I think the play would be to try and take down a few and get their rifles.
It looks like we're considering a rotation or at least just protecting the flank, hoping they'll poke a little bit. We do have time on our side, but not numbers. Taking out an ult. Ooh. Oh, and they play off of it almost. Sigma not quite committing to that. Doesn't take Skies out, but they are looking eye to eye there. J-Ball with a little bit of frenzy fight here right in mid. Oh, takes so much damage.
He almost got him.
Yeah, very close. Calvin can't quite wrap it up, and it's a team ace. Just good coverage by Nevada, but man, they are aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, that was... you know, it was a save round. They were just like, okay, let's try and push to the site and see what happens, which can be useful as well because you know, like, oh, they tend to, you know, put people in these positions and you can learn from it.
Yep.
I believe next round they should be able to buy, so we should see some more strats coming out. Maybe, yeah, it looks like they're probably going B, maybe off of that intel they learned of where people are and how they can play it better with the buy.
More ults on the board here with more players on the board. Spike in pocket this time. They don't want to lose that information like they did last time. Looks like Breach, Skies, J-Bag looking to push right up into mid here. And I like how the mid control meta has changed. Oh, a quick down for the fake there. Grant is not going to poke that again very soon.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, they got rid of it and they didn't get a casualty off it. So, and they actually, in fact, take them down. So.
Well done. Yeah, free space there. That just opens up mid and forces
you should run.
Forces someone to move back. Yeah, a
Boise
little bit
State
of a
burning the Killjoy ult here. It looks like we're committing to B site, getting some smokes down.
I like that. Plus another ult on board. We're going all out for this, looking to keep those Vandals and Phantoms, and ideally a Flawless would be so good for the economy right now. A good, quick response to that.
I really liked J-Back's timing on the ultimate.
Yeah.
Basically guaranteed that when he ults in there...
There's nobody there.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was timed so well. Just kind of bypasses sight, and it makes it so them have to react to that while the rest of the team pushes in.
W Panda looking to move in through the smoke to go help the team out. J-Bag has to kind of arm this solo because the crossfire is not that wide, but he does it with 2 head clicks, lets a flawless Boise State win.
And J-Bag putting in the work there.
Yeah, and I like how you talked about the synergized utility there, because it's always nice to see, you know, a slow orb and a molly, but being able to synergize those ults is such a game changer because you have someone deep into the site with a guarantee angle.
Yeah, and specifically with Omen ult, it is a really hard ult to use effectively.
Yeah, it is.
It's an ultimate, and especially like, because, yeah, I was an Omen main, so it's like, I could go entire games where I'm like, I don't even know when's a good time to use my ult. There's never a good time to use it. But when Boise State creates these opportunities and plans for them, like, that just shows, like, that they've been preparing for these and finding success with them.
Yeah, nose to the grindstone. It really is about creating opportunities, because if you don't, you'll end up like a Cypher main where you never get to use your ult ever and you get bullied for it on the desk.
Oh, man. The worst feeling when you spend all your utility on Cypher and they always go to the other site. Oh. At the same time, you're doing your job because they're not pushing your site because they're afraid of you. But
at least Killjoy can like call it back, and Viper can pick it back up or turn it off for a little bit, but
yeah, it's a little rough.
Moving that camera can be difficult.
We know the real Cypher ult, though, is the fact that he has no hat when you're fighting him.
Oh, yeah. The Bald Cypher is the 6th man. Ooh, a quick rush in. Sky is playing cheeky here, getting deep into it. Already have one backside, looking to clean things up.
Oh, that was a clone.
Ooh. Oh, no.
Spike
That
down,
verticality
B.
absolutely takes guys by surprise. Panda able to clean things up here, and Market starts moving in, adds extra pressure from another side,
Ooh,
and
Panda.
gets money for it. Panda's being pinched by himself, though. This one-way smoke makes it difficult to
30
turn
seconds
around, but
left.
he's got one on his back, and he doesn't know.
Oh,
He takes out the front.
3K.
They're following up on him, though. He's able to get deep enough in that he's safe. That was a little bit scary. Not in a great position there. I think the Nevada could have forced that a little bit harder and taken the round, but instead they've given up Spike. So W Panda looking for a quick plant here. Only 14 seconds on the clock. 2 are on him.
gonna be,
the utility's already coming out. He's been concussed.
Yeah,
and it's just
through the
out.
wall.
That's a
that
rough
was
one.
unfortunate. That was a really good game sense on the Astra's part,
It
placing
was.
the star right where the common plant is. They just know that, and they're like, yeah.
And the interesting thing about that gravity well, was that a gravity well?
I believe that was the other one.
Because they got him with the Sova was online. They got him not by the gravity well placement, but with the recon dart.
They timed those two together, and then it was just, there was nothing that they
Yeah.
could do there, sadly. It was a very good attempt. That was a 3K.
That was an
And the
intense
plant.
attempt. And
Like,
right here, he's got one behind him on his tail, and they already see him, so they could say, hey, we've got his eyes, run at him. This is a crossfire 50-50. They might kill
Yeah.
one of us, but we got him down. And Nevada let that slip. And
you know, when you got an op as Jet, it's just like, I got to take that peak. You know?
yeah, you got to focus. You got to just go for it. I hear that.
Like,
Don't ego op and lose yourself, though. Speaking of which, Panda's pulling out the Tour de Force, the pocket op for Boise State, and the only ult on the table. Nevada is already up 1 point here. Ooh, that off angle could be tricky. Hopefully he can catch him.
that is a KJ, so if they figure out where KJ is, there's nowhere they can just teleport dash to, or
That's true. They do have him effectively cornered, but oh no!
Spike
They get the
down,
trade.
A.
There is a trade. A 1-for-1 trade on the attacker's side is in our favor, but that information is crucial considering how fast Nevada is okay with rotating. So we've got to have sight already covered, and it looks like it's not quite there. J-Bag looking to protect, but he's in an awkward spot. Just trying to look for the beanies of players here. He sees 2 and they take him. Grant takes 2 and Mochi takes him. J-Ball looking to sweep in on this, maybe catch a few, but he's already looking into so many. Wow, what a flick. Takes the second one
through
through the
the
corner.
wall.
Wall bang. Love that.
and unfortunately, that's all he
Yeah.
can get. But you know, he got.
He
I
did get
think-
some kills, yeah. And posts up looking for some outros.
Yeah, I mean, like in those situations, like you can't ask for more than that.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Oh, that's just such a rough way to
Look at these
rough way to
shots,
go.
though. Like, this is against an op and a rifle player. Like,
And he just swings based off the leg, sees another one, backs up into safety, and takes it. Just
did the op hit him, but just through the wall?
was that a leg through the wall off hit? That was like
I think
where you
so.
lose a lot of life because
Because it looks like it hits him, but he obviously didn't die to it. So
well, that's free economy, and the damage that J-Ball did to the other team in economy is huge. So hopefully Boise State can start to wrap.
a lot of ultimates being burned here.
Yeah, quite a bit. Early Hunter's Fury means they're very confident about where they're positioned, which makes sense considering how deep they are in mid. So Boise State really has to fight their way out of the thorns here, be it forward or backwards. It looks like they're committing to a forward push deeper into B, but they've got someone right behind
got
them with
Yoru.
this Yoru ult just
Yeah.
picking up information, just
He's
drinking
just
from the fountain of
making a-
knowledge.
He's just doing a little drive-by.
doing it, yeah,
Out
yeah.
for a Sunday jog.
Just enjoying just really went creative mode for that one. But they decide to force back through backwards, leaving 2 here.
Gonna split up here. See if they can.
Ooh, catches the coattails there. Panda might be able to move in off that and take him out, and he sure does.
And
What
this
a
is
great
gonna
read.
look on the mini map here. We're getting a big rotate.
Yeah.
They just don't know where Boise State can be.
Yep, because that def onto B, but that extra silence just adds so much unknown. So all the information they took early round by forcing that mid is now gone, and we have an op watching mid, but there's not going to become a lot of it unless this KJ decides to
30
push up. So
seconds left.
J-Bald, can you stay safe against this op staring you down in mid?
Looks like Nevada's actually expecting the rotate here.
Looks like they are. They're starting to read it, and we have a lot of utility already waiting for him here. Oh, that Cloudburst was a little bit preemptive, but they able to get around it.
down A.
Sky's ready to watch Garden while J-Bag is thinking
Where's
about planting.
the spike? Okay,
There it is.
they
10
got spike.
seconds left.
Yeah, that was getting a little spooky there for a second.
Yeah.
Like, they got spike, right?
Right, guys?
Yeah.
Right?
Some good info here. They know that they're based in tree.
Ooh, Oh, J-Bolt under fire takes a lot of damage. Oh,
he doesn't
so
kill
close.
either one, but he brought them both to about one shot. So this is definitely in favor of Nevada. Oh, burning Killjoy ult here.
In favor of Boise State, you mean?
Yes.
One enemy
Ooh,
remaining.
goes in and just one-shots them.
Okay, nice. They just pressed the fight. That could be a little spooky if they don't find
Yeah,
anyone, but
yep.
they knew where the Killjoy ult would be because that's such a common spot for it.
Oh, yeah, just the hallway next to it. Very typical.
Yeah. Which that's just some good game sense on Boise State's part. They're like, okay, we're not going to go run back to Wine. We're going to go and just press the attack here because we know they're both low.
And if they were unsure, they would probably split up, and a 1v1's not a good call. So being able to just go in for it together and double peek those angles, they had it no problem. So
yeah,
especially
especially
right on in.
since they're both one shot there, it's like all you need is a one shot on them. You got two people shooting.
Just gotta sneeze real hard, no problems.
See some nice early control here. I think that's something Boise State needs to start doing more. Is just even if they don't like commit to a site, is if they take this hallway, it's going to leave Nevada wondering. You know? If they let them walk up here and take control of it each time, it gets so much harder for Boise State to gain that ground.
It does. Looks like they're moving right into A site, but look at that flank. This Yoru is unhinged. Oh, W Panda catching people off guard, just whispering into the ear with the Vandal here.
Looks like it was a half buy on Nevada's part. I saw some Spectres here, but I also see a rifle.
Yep. Ooh. Oh, wow. Risky. A lot of times the information of breaking the glass is not the win.
Calvin accidentally got Panda with that. That could have been very scary. We know someone is up there.
That's true. Yeah, hot on the tails there. One from Nevada, and the ult is open, so you got to be careful with that. She's coming right around the corner, but two are ready for her. There's no chance. Oh.
Just the clean
gorgeous
shot.
Wow. That's the fairest assist of the night, and they are ready for the last one. Grant sneaking on, trying to catch one or two just for utility's sake. We do have one player that's low, but they're all ready for him.
Boise State playing a smart there. They're just sitting back like, okay, we'll play off contact, and then we'll push if we need to.
Nice and deliberate, but Nevada, like you're saying, is not afraid to, right as the gates go up, without utility, just pour in and check out those hallways. They were deep into the B main by the time Boise State had people like even pushing A site. Yeah,
which I think Boise State can learn from this and just like be either ready for it or match that aggression and just try and win these fights with superior utility if they plan for it. Because we saw them starting to take this hallway toward A. I forget what that's called. Is it near Wine?
Yeah.
And like I said, even if they don't commit to it, as long as they push it, like, it's going to leave Nevada wondering, oh, this Jet just staying on the other side of that smoke. This could get scary.
Panda's not one to walk through the smokes, though. He likes posting up in mid and just waiting for things to happen, but he's looking for the Jet on the other side. J-Bolt, wow, being absolutely hunted by two of the Nevada players here. I don't think they'll walk too far out. Ooh. Oh. We'll never know. We'll never know. Because J-Bag is under fire by that. Jet here has made her presence. Is looking to ult right out of there. It might be a fake. Might just be garnering information. Nope, going straight to A site.
Oh, yeah, he had that paranoia. So fast rotate.
Oh, speaking of fast, they just pour into the site and absolutely own the territory. Skies looking to take care of some people here. Checking out Hell. Might go up top.
Just like that, site is theirs.
Yeah, oh yeah. Absolutely owning site. Ready for the post plant. Just nestled in.
You should run.
Ooh.
Ally KJO this time. Forcing Nevada to kind of sit this one out. Or not quite.
It's a little shallow. They could play deep, so we've got one on the pocket there.
They need to be very careful here because it is a 3v2. They're a 2v2 now.
J-Bald is ready for him, though. He knows exactly where that Killjoy ult can reach and may have done that intentionally to corner them in an awkward position where Jet can't really dash out of. So
such a good job.
Oh, no. Oh, that is so sad to see.
Such a good job on Jabald for his patience here. He's just like...
Oh, yep. Knowing the win con, don't be greedy.
Yeah, he dies for it, but he won the round, and he got both of them technically.
And an ult point for the death, yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And that puts us to 5-6 with a full reset on the roster there. So only the economy that comes from wins and losses, kills and plants going in. So I believe Boise State does have the upper hand here.
Yeah, I believe, are we switching sides here? Next round?
Next one, yep.
So it looks like everyone's going to just buy up what they can.
Now, a scary thought here. If Nevada takes this, that's 6-6 on the half, but we all know that because maps and teams and team compositions are geared usually more towards attack or defense, a fair half isn't actually fair. So what do you think? Do you think this is more defender or attackers based? Or
that's a tough one. I kind of feel like most of the maps are, but maybe that's just my experience with them.
Sure.
I tend to see teams, or especially Boise State, do better on defense.
Yep.
But
However, Nevada's aggression and their tendency to play in a pack, the wolf pack, if you would, I think lends them to playing a good offense. And wow, oh my goodness, Quantum with the 3K before finally going down to the assist with J-Bag at the helm there. That was rough.
Thought superior firepower.
That was an Odin moment, yeah. The triple peak not getting the upper hand fast enough, that is rough. We are at a 2-over-1, but man, that economy would be nice to have. It doesn't really matter. We are at the half, but
Breach has ult here too, which
does.
This is last round, so there's no point in holding it. Oh, doesn't even need it.
Not even an issue.
Get the air horn there.
Now a 5-7 here. I think teams will be moving more onto their more comfortable half. I don't want to say that for sure though, because if Nevada's more comfortable on offense and Boise State's more comfortable on defense, then why did they? Who chose to do this first? But sometimes people want to choose their off. Oh, that's so rough.
Yeah,
that's just tragic.
It was like they got him right, and everyone just kind of was a little off. They got a little too eeager.
Yeah, that's a take off the headset and just rub your eyes moment. That's
like okay, dial it back a second.
breathe here. But they were able to clutch it up.
Yeah, and in the end it worked out, but a little closer than it needed to be.
5-7 here into the pistol round. This used to be a huge conversation, Ghost or Classic. I just want to know what you think.
Usually, just as it happens to be, as a utility player, I typically like my utility and my armor, and then Classic.
And look at that pack style aggression we were talking about earlier. They're already on site, but J-Ball doesn't want to nair, so he kicks one right out.
Yeah, Jabal's just holding this side. He's gonna
be worried.
Yoru teleported through.
Does take that'll happen sometimes. So we see a quick rotate, and because all of that noise lets us know that we are not afraid to rotate in for a pinch. We've got people coming in from every door entry here, so they're absolutely cramped down here with plenty of time on the clock. J-Bag looking to take one out. Might go for the paranoia. Doesn't have it.
They got a lot of intel
right around. Oh.
And just like that.
You know there was a 1-2-3 on comms there. That was a beautiful swing.
Oh, yeah. Like, there's 3 enemies in 3 different spots, and they just walk in, just bam, bam, bam.
You have no option. There's no shotgun that's wide enough to take care of PSU's push right there. Bringing us to 5-8. That is a pistol round win. Now, Boise State had the pistol round win first round, and it did nothing for round 2. Do you think Nevada's going to do something sneaky here?
We'll have to see. My prediction is that they're going to force up anyway.
Okay.
Last time it was on defense, and they bought marshals though.
Yeah,
so
that's fair. It's more suited to.
But you can't exactly buy force up Spectres like this. I don't even know if you can afford Spectres.
I don't think you can. 1,600 credits. I don't think you can.
So. It looks like they're going for the save. We see a shorty here.
Oh, Sky's looking for blood. Takes one with the flash and so much intel. They're all flowing after it. What a synergy. Oh my goodness, Panda gets a little bit out of the action as it gets heated there. Everybody's starting to back up, but
looks like both teams had the same idea there.
Oh
like,
my
okay,
God,
we're all charging through.
Did I miss something in the chat here?
Basically head-butted into each other.
Full rush A, a bum rush A.
Oh, man.
Wow.
That was something.
That was great.
And only 2 people die. It was kind of the crazy
That's
thing.
kind of miraculous. And almost no damage onto, well, I mean, a little bit of damage, but it's kind of like Popfly pistol alt clicks is all the damage that happened to anybody who didn't just go down because they were muzzle buried by the Spectres.
I feel like both teams were as surprised to see each other there.
I think so. I think Boise State was hoping to pull a Nevada moment and really just snake around, hoping they were going for B. Maybe they were ready for that, and that's why they put the jet in first. But W Panda here, with the headhunter, ready to catch Peary if he dares cheeky peek around. But they've split up. We have a little bit of mid push here, a little bit of an A hold as far as Nevada's placement goes. Might be considering going around the spawn here, but they will be looking right into J-Bag. J-Bag's ready for it. Pulls the utility out to guarantee that because he doesn't want to give up that position. Don't want to let anyone on to B when we have most of our team push towards A.
You also don't want to give up a Spectre by accident because that really evens the playing field here.
Yep, mid-round, that's important.
10 seconds
so
left.
It's very easy to like, ooh. That was not
I
his
don't know where
day.
the knife was out there. That is sad.
Enemy remaining.
Oh, man. Absolutely
Spike
shutting down.
A.
Oh, they're sneaking through tree. Oh, they're not going to die. That's actually really bad to not die there, I believe, right? If you survive that round with just a classic, you don't get the bonus money?
You don't get the ult point.
Okay.
And, yeah, if you're just holding on to the classic, then why
I think they were trying to. but
get
they
the
just couldn't
300
find
credits for
anyone.
the plant? Because
Oh,
I think
this
they
is-
picked up the spike and then rushed in.
This for last round. That poor Killjoy there. Like,
Oh, my goodness.
they
it
had
was
the
just
angle,
crowded.
you know,
Yes.
but then
Yep.
they panic, like, because they're all
Oh.
pushing that side. It's like there's too much going
Yep.
on to look at once. which-
It feels like someone turned on the spike rush, like paranoia orb, when Boise State rushes in and you just hear everything around. They have not learned their lesson. Sky's looking to force right in, takes the dummy just for practice, and then they take the real one, Calvin. Skies follows up on that, does fall to Gansum, but it's so worth it with a 2-1.
I
Little bit of
believe,
damage on the breach.
I believe they almost killed the Sova there, too. I think there's a teeny bit of
you're
red
right.
there. With a frenzy.
Oh my goodness.
Almost a double with that thing.
Calvin might get peeked here.
Ooh.
If he pushes out, can take the backs of two, and he's thinking about it. He hears that. Oh, takes them both. That old
Spike
orb just gave it
down
away,
A.
and Calvin just sweeps in on two of them.
I thought they were baiting it out with the ult orb,
Right.
but they, like, just turned their backs.
Oh my goodness! Two backs turn to a smoke when you're on the downhill. As far as economy goes, that's a little rough. That's embarrassing.
We got,
Now J-Bags getting gun of choice. Looking at the arsenal here.
had the better skin, you know.
Yep. Yeah.
So,
Look at that scope on the laser sight.
yeah, and looks like Spike's down, so
Yep.
it's
Down
not
in a
looking
rough
good
spot.
for this Astra player.
Looks like
30
Astra might
seconds
just be
left.
looking to save. Usually when I save this early in the round, I like to walk around and look for guns. Unfortunately, they're all sitting right there.
Yeah, just in one neat pile for everyone. So.
Yep. Now Boise State just has to wait it out. If they get greedy, they could hunt down for an outro. But when you have the better gun, especially with a cute skin and gun
10
buddy like
seconds
that,
left.
it's better to just hang out.
Yeah, that was a unfortunate situation on Nevada's part.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
I don't think they were expecting the second.
The second one,
rush.
yeah. They
like-
really weren't. I mean, when something crazy like that happens, you can be like, all right, check that off the list. We won't have to see,
Yeah, it's like surely they won't do it again.
Jet force in a Muzzleberry. And they were more gentle this time. They sent in the Yoru fake, but then one or two of them turned tail and tried to run out of there, and it just didn't happen.
Oh, this one
this
was.
is-
If this didn't happen, this would have been a very close round.
and just
I
in a
think.
fell swoop.
But,
Doesn't
yeah.
have to adjust.
It's like you saw the Killjoy right there, but they didn't react in time, and
Yeah.
Sova already turned his back there.
Oh,
And
it's so rough to find out that you have a player on your tail by watching the guy in front of you die.
the-
Oh, Sky's hungry for more. Does it again. And that turret gets nothing to the flash. He's able to take one.
Spike
Oh,
down
goes back
B.
to Pocket Frenzy. Loses the knives, but he's ready to keep moving. The Sheriff.
Okay, they knew it was a save round, so they're just
That's
like,
true.
here we go.
That's true.
Just secure another round. Oh.
Sky plays dirty there.
Oh, they still got him. You gotta get those style points at the
That's
very
style
least.
points, yep.
Yeah.
Last minute blind shock dart taking out their IGL. That's fun. That's fun. But J-Bag looking to just shut him down for the night. Takes a little hit to the chest. We might see a little bit of... he's thinking about using some...
Yeah, it's like, as fun as it is to chase him down here, it's like, you gotta be a little aware of your economy, because
Yeah.
anything can still happen in these,
Yeah, no reason to be greedy when W Panic can just snipe him with the Widow's Peak.
I believe the Yoru had a Phantom. He managed to pick off...
Yeah, there was a little bit deep of a noise there, but yeah. So
Yeah. So that
look
they
at
should
this.
be able to buy next round.
just catches him by the hairline. Professionalism.
Yeah, give him a haircut there.
Yeah, I don't want to
Little
call
off the top.
Yeah, a little off the top. A quick scalping. Boise
Ooh,
State
Skies
is...
at the off.
Oh, no. Skies, don't do it.
Oh,
okay,
looks like they're
okay.
not even peeking there anymore. Like, okay,
I
guys,
thought he was just going to
stay away.
rush with the op, just muscle bury the op. But, okay, they've learned their lesson. They're ready. They're posted up back there in lobby, staggered out, starting to peek into mid now that they know that they don't have to freak out. And look at that. Is that the TP, the chamber TP setup back there? No, that's Yoru's TP. Way deep in spawn. If
Yeah,
anything
the
goes
quick
awry.
retreat.
Yeah. J-Bag here with the first 30 seconds.
The big blind. It looks like they're committing. Jabald here with his last stand.
Nice and slow, ready for him. Oh,
And unfortunately, just the sheer amount of people going in and out of that door.
Yep.
You only have 30 rounds, or 25 rounds in the Vandal.
One enemy remaining.
Ooh. And they're just, are they committing to this? Oh, yeah. So I forgot the breach. Is it Aftershock? Or the wall explosion one takes out the Killjoy ult.
The C ability.
Yeah. Pretty sure Aftershocks is E, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to remember what that one's called. We got our analyst on it. Yeah, that was just such a decisive round here. You see, like, they burned the Killjoy ult, they pushed in, they managed to take out Jabald, but it wasn't enough.
Aftershock, fault line.
Was it Aftershock?
Yes.
Nice, I was correct.
Excellently played. I was like, that doesn't sound quite right, but I was thinking of fault line.
I'm not a breach player.
Yeah, I was for a little bit, but I don't know.
Ooh, the chamber TP to just milk yourself out of there. The Jet with her knives. Ooh. Wow, Skies with the blind op shot on the Yoru. And I think Nevada has a chance to come back here, but the odds are not looking great.
Yep.
Oh.
Spike down.
Not when.
Oh. Sky's losing a much-needed op there.
Okay.
If we lose this round, that's rough for the
No,
economy.
this is big, though. They just lost Calvin as well. So I believe the Sova has an op.
Yes, that's true.
Either an op or a rifle now. I was hoping the Skies would get the ace there. He got the 3K. So it was possible, but
out for the count here now. Nevada also has that Hunter's Fury, which if they can get a plant, ooh,
I like the pre-fire. He was ready for that.
pre-fire for the second peak. Well
Just
done.
like that,
Win.
the first round will go to Boise State, or the first game.
It sure will. Yeah, that's the first map.
It was so even for the first entire thing, and then like you said, like teams play so different. Like once they swap sides.
Yep.
And like, did they get a single point on defense, or Nevada?
Let's see. It was 5-7, and then it went to 5-12. I don't think they did.
Oh man.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I guess
Nevada is a defense side play team then.
Yeah. Well, that also gives credit to Boise State being able to take 6 rounds on offense.
Yeah.
In that, and then like not even dropping around in defense.
No, and it was so solid, so rock sturdy.
And there was some good plays though.
If you want to join, if you want to be part of the team, Boise State is always looking for talented players, production, and broadcast talent. Top talent along with good grades and eligibility can earn scholarships as well. Sign up by visiting boisestate.edu/esports for more info. Yeah. What do you think was working for Nevada though? What do you think they could really embrace to keep getting a leg up there?
They had some really solid aggression.
Yeah.
I think the main thing is Boise State was starting to match that aggression, and Nevada just wasn't prepared for it, I felt like, because Boise State played a little passive at first.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, we're charging down A site as well.
Yep.
And they just like didn't expect it. So I think their aggression was great. It's just they need to be a little more prepared for the counterattack by Boise State.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Yeah. Well, let's give you a nice break. We can move right back into map 2 and see what kind of accommodations we get out of Nevada and Boise State.
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure. Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Welcome back to Boise State University's very own Game Pants Esports Arena. You're watching our coverage of the Week 5 Mountain West Collegiate Valorant play. We just saw Boise State pick up a win against the Nevada Wolfpack, and they're looking to stay undefeated in this matchup. Let's see what they can do. How are you feeling about the matchup?
It was a pretty good one. I think, especially in the first half, Nevada is really like just putting the pressure on Boise State. And as the game went on, we kind of like learned how to play around it. And we started like seeing a whole different Boise State coming out near the second half.
Yeah, accommodation is the name of the game here.
I believe we're going to Icebox next, so it'll be interesting to see.
Icebox next. I am looking forward to it. First of all, let's go back over the rules here, talk about what really is going on. The event tonight is the typical best of 3, 5v5 gameplay that we've been dealing with. This is the Mountain West Collegiate Conference. People here are fighting for the conference title. People being Nevada, who we're going against now, UNLV, CSU, SCSU, Fresno, New Mexico, Hawaii, Utah State, and Boise State University.
Yeah, it's quite the lineup here.
Quite the lineup.
A lot of good teams.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, and the Wolfpacks was really like against our throat, and we were playing really square. Like that first 5 to 5 points was back and forth. They pulled some interesting things out of the pocket. So I'd like to see that. I'd like to see more of that. I'd like to see how they can accommodate to this gameplay. And I believe Boise State is on defense first.
Okay.
So
I think Icebox did it as a defense-sided map. I think the deciding factor is can you hold your A site? I mean, granted, the map's been reworked a little bit, but at least before, like it's like if the enemy attack can take A site consistently, you're probably going to have a bad time. But if you can hold it, then we're in for a game. So
okay. And how do you feel for picks on defense specifically? First off,
for the picks,
yeah,
we're gonna have to see. I'm kind of expecting. It looks like we're going to have the Yoru again. That's who I was bringing up. That Yoru play was pretty
Yoru
great.
came out about when Icebox did, right?
Roughly around that time. He recently got that rework, though, and he's just a monster of a character now, I think.
And so did Icebox get that rework. So things are a little bit more, I think, fair, a little bit more, attacker-friendly, especially on B side there, which I appreciate because it really is a defensive map considering all of the verticality. Anytime you pick, you jiggle, peek, and angle, you're kind of jiggling, like, several.
I mean, like, A site, that little ramp angle. You're like, okay, I got this entire front area, the top box, and the balcony in the back. It's
And every map has its little quirk that Riot likes to throw in, whether it's teleporters or the zip line to a Pokeball-shaped map. These are the horizontal ropes. Do you feel like those are underused, overutilized? They add a lot to the game. You think you can basically stay off of them?
I think, I mean, they're there. I don't want to, like, think they're the next best thing since sliced bread, but, like, they do their job, and I feel like it's one of those gimmicks that's just not a gimmick,
just kind of
if that makes sense.
They're
like
kind of hunting for extra.
You think of like bind in the teleporters, like really change this up, and this just it gets you up there.
Yep.
I mean, there's some pretty scary angles you can get with those ropes,
And I think that's what it's about. It's letting arrays get the verticality without having to use up all their blast packs, or let a Viper get the verticality that they're usually not allowed to get, because otherwise that's just untapped, and that's kind of the name of this map is verticality, which looks like Skies is ready to take.
Yeah, and we got the KO out here.
We do, and I like that. And the Viper, I think, is a must pick for this map. Just being able to cut up sights is imperative to minimizing the angles that you peek. So we've already seen both of those walls out. Yeah, Skies with the first blood onto Fury. I like seeing Sage as well, and the Sage is a must pick for this map too. We see it on both sides. Goodness, that knife got a lot of silence out there. Calvin doing well with this pick. Oh, almost caught on the reload. J-Bag.
The crossing Viper walls, and then they go and throw their snake bites out at the same time.
That's
it's like
rough
they're the same person playing both Vipers right now.
Yeah, truly a controller. Oh, W Panda just with the reload gets caught there, meaning that the plant goes down and J-Bag caught over the shoulder. Health is so low for that Viper. It's basically a 1v1 if someone makes eye contact with the Viper, and Eyelash could take her out.
We got, I mean, this is definitely,
Ooh, J-Ball ready for Grant. Sees that shoulder, buried the head,
and they
no
get
problems. Beautiful.
Wow. It was, I feel like that was definitely doable for Nevada.
It was, yeah.
The thing is, the Euro just got a little too greedy there. Maybe get that shot and then back up.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, Jabal's got to come to you.
That's the thing, too. Understand your win con. Understand who the timer is working for. Because when you first spawn, defense can sit in spawn all day. And as long as there's no plant, they win. And once that's planted, it changes and it switches. And you go from pushing the clock to wanting to drag it. And if that Yoru is getting greedy for the kill, just looking to end the round early, maybe get some utility or some econ hand over there, then they end up, kind of giving it away.
And I mean, like, it's a risk versus reward play, because in the end there, it's like, if they got that, they win the round right off the bat.
That's
but
true.
It's like,
That's
you got to
true.
remember your Viper is, like you said, I think...
it's basically a 1v1 there.
Like, they got to get that perfect shot while we just have to, like, sneeze in their general direction.
Yeah, just talk too loud and she's out.
So we got Spectres this round. We already got the Yoru.
And a Marshall. Giving Nevada a little taste of their own, little taste of their own medicine there, pulling out the second round Marshall to try to force this up and take that.
I believe
round back.
Yeah, Jabal's healing Skies up here.
Ooh. Oh, a Spectre dink from that distance is really just for show, but gets some damage off. Really just to be threatening.
So yeah, get out of our mid lane. Oh wow.
That Marshall snap taking out the healer, who I don't know why was pushing in first, but that's all right. I'm all for Battle Sage.
Looks like 45 seconds here
remaining.
with one person on the clock, and I don't believe they even have. Yeah, classic. A valiant effort, but Skies with that a Valorant effort. Aha. That Marshall like just denied everything.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Like anywhere they went, it's like, no, you're actually not allowed to go here. And so that round just fell apart. Granted, it was the eco round, so that's typically how they go.
It was, yeah, but that means that with a flawless second round,
they get the bonus.
They get the bonus. They bonus up everything, including that Marshall, some Spectres. Skies will still be denying this territory, but now we have some feedback from Nevada here with the money. Oh, that perfectly timed flash. Just has to kind of try to time a shot and get out of there. Skies having some trouble placing the shot onto the head. Not quite, goes right over the shoulder. Ooh, the slow orb's coming out. Man, that utility is just so well placed. Nevada is responding well to this failed take last round. Plus, they've got the confidence from the bind. No, Calvin pushes into a flash behind a wall and is just caught there. Doesn't get any information off of it either, so they're able to free push right in. J-Bag kind of held behind this wall, and the Cloudburst coming in to pack it in. They own site 4-2. Health is low, but
triple kill here.
Yeah.
Wow, putting in the work with the Guardian.
It really is.
Panda, there's someone right below him. This could be very dangerous.
And that's an awkward place to drop with a weapon of that range. So might be able to take Stigma here nice and slow. Sees it, goes for it. Oh, goodness.
Ooh.
Oh, gets the 3. Oh, no, nice for the 4 and loses to it. So close to a beautiful 4K to clear him out.
I mean, that was still huge for the economy.
That was
like,
cheeky.
All of a sudden, like...
To do that with a Marshall?
Look right here. He literally just walks past every single person on the enemy team. No one's looking his direction. I thought as soon as he dropped down,
sees it, goes for the
he's
drop.
going to get taken out by the Yoru here, and they didn't notice.
Oh, man. It was just the switch to that knife that just got him on the 4th one. He was not ready for the double peek for those 2. But like you're saying, huge push to the economy considering that
yeah, like
that was the buy round.
Right there. They're buying 3 rifles, a Spectre, and then using jet knives.
Yep.
So
Eco knives coming out, and we hear a little bit of utility.
See,
Looks like they're pushing up some mid. Might go for the pinch here, but
I think they decided maybe this isn't the best idea.
yeah, the rinse and repeat. That was a little too close. Ooh.
Sage wall.
J-Ball just barely missing Grant here. Yoru getting very comfortable with that ult.
Oh.
The knives come out and just not watching the
Yeah, they're
the
looking
contested
for
ground.
the Yoru to come out. That's such a...
Oh.
Yeah, W Panda here gets that nice op shot, but
Oh.
now they know where they are.
Panda not watching his
Spike
three
planted.
there.
Oh,
that
and
is rough.
unfortunately they weren't able to
Just
get
kind
the
of gets
shot.
cornered, and that's what that change in yellow does. It doesn't really give you a safe angle from the side there. J-Bag just
Player standing.
cleaning up, but gets double peek there, taken out. Stigma with the 4K looking to wrap it all up into a nice third round aces, and there it is.
Unfortunately, they lost the op there, which is going to be pretty big, but we'll have to see how Boise State adapts to this as they try and figure out what went wrong in that round.
Yep, that double peek was just a little bit too deep in. You got to consider people coming in from the side angles, but there's not a lot you can do about that. This one, you're just kind of cornered. You've got an ace hungry
Jet with an
Jet
op.
with an ineffective op. Got the knives out.
We got, looks like it's just going to be a save round on BSU.
Yep.
It looks like they're going to do a 4-in-1 split.
Ooh, with the
See
aggressive
what damage
ecos.
they
I
can
love aggressive ecos with the knives coming out. Oh, they saw it coming though, and that drop is huge, taking out the first player with a double peek to follow it up. Just absolutely takes out Boise State, leaving the last one to run. W Panda with the teleport.
A lot of damage done, but only
But so much
one
more was done
down.
the other way. Yep.
Yeah. Granted, like, you're not... Oh, they brought out the
Sage
Tour de
drops-
Force,
Sage drops the
actually.
heal too, but yeah, Tour de Force is out. Let's see what kind of and that could have been an economy buy early on that we didn't hear go off.
Oh. They see the Tour de Force, like, actually, I'm not peeking that.
That was the oh.
Unfortunately, they weren't able to get anything out of the Tour de Force there.
Unfortunately not. I mean, when you're so zoomed in like that, it's difficult to force rush from the defense side an entire site. It's really not the way to do this. He was not ready for that. He was ready to be, forcing up the other direction.
Yeah.
Oh, just
And
sees
it's
the head.
like,
Is not ready for
when
it.
it's just one person there, it's like there's only so much you can
You've
do
got
in that
3 people peeking
situation.
you. Yep.
You've also already burned the Tour de Force, so you may as well try.
Yeah, at that point you're running with a classic. You may as well, as far as eco speaks. Looks like they're piled up behind A again, which might be unfortunate for Boise State considering the way that they're standing here.
Is that a...
Ooh, an
It's-
early kill onto Grant, who's been a real menace in the early rounds here with that ultimate. Trying to take care of Peary. Skies is ready for it. Letting that shoulder peek is not the right call, and slow orb will not help you. Skies just not holding the op right. Gives that kill up. Is just threatening. Sees that
Brings
Jet,
out
though.
Stigma. They're like, you're not allowed to go and ace us on the side again.
Not gonna happen. Calvin with some suppressive fire, gets some suppressive fire returned and decides to go in, follow off of this, takes one out.
One
no
right
problem.
behind them. They were blind though, so that's why it took
that
so
pop
long
flash
to.
was huge.
Yeah.
So
It's like, unfortunately, they just didn't know, but that pop flash is more effective than they even thought. There's just been some good play on both sides here. Like, both teams have been doing such a phenomenal job. It's
some
like,
quality play, yep.
it's like they'll adapt to what the other person's doing, and Nevada will adapt right back. And it's just been a back and forth, like, evolving
It is,
game.
and I love seeing that. It's such a dynamic game, and one thing I really want to point out is how tight everything is. Like, I'm sure they're tired of saying 1, 2, 3 in comms. Like, all the pushes are at the same time, all the peaks are at the same time. Utility synergizes so well. J-Ball with a nasty pick right there. As people are coming up tube in the kitchen. Might get pinched here, but is not afraid. Takes the first blood with ease.
Yeah, no, let's see. We got no one's peeking Skies there. They're just on the verge of peeking them, but I think they know they're there.
Yeah, they're thinking about it. And the 4.04, if you're not familiar, has kind of changed that. So there really are 2 avenues to peek out of that. Oh, W Panda ready to take you off with the off angle. Gets one, repositions for the second, and the spike is down. Oh, that was milky smooth.
Just like that.
Might catch a third one. The
They gotta be
pre-fire's
careful.
good.
And in this situation, you can just kind of back up. It's
yeah,
like
you can. You know they're not going to force too far. You kind of let them have spike because you already have people pinching it. We see the Sky, sorry, not Sky, Sage
Spike down, attacker
takes
spawn.
out that spike. It does not get very far. more to speak of team coordination, just to be saying, hey, I've got someone who's got Spike. Spike's live again before they even pick it up, and then people can close in on him and catch him before they're ready.
It's like, yeah, they got the 2 picks. They don't have to go for more. That's just, okay.
Nope.
And even if you did give them Spike, you're still in a 5v2 situation.
And they're on the wrong side of the map.
Yeah. So it's like, that was very good control to just like know that you don't need to keep going.
Yeah,
and that's what separates like some players.
The good from the great.
Yeah.
The YouTube players from the Twitch players.
I mean, as nice as it is to try and go for the 3K there, for the glory of it.
All in a row while they keep picking up and dropping the Spike. It's cool. It's cool. But cooler, winning the Mountain West.
Let's play.
You see the Tour de Force coming out. Skies gets hit with that knife. Or maybe it was just a little too far off.
Looks like
W Panda looking to take one out. Wow.
Ooh, didn't look away.
Well, it was the.
Yeah. Oh, and then they get out.
Did not like that warbly feeling that comes from this Yoru just kind of peeking in around, gathering some information. He's really making Yoru look more effective. I thought Yoru was kind of a joke pick until now, but he's playing it well.
Yeah.
We finally see that Viper's pick come out, and an interesting time to use it. Really just trying to secure this round as we're looking at uphill fight here.
It's it's Nevada's Vipers.
Yes. Yep.
This could be big. They're all silenced in there, but they got to take out this Viper quick because you're at such a disadvantage fighting. Oh, yep, there we go. And just like that, it's Yoru. Nope, and they bring Yoru down there. Such a good play from Boise State. They managed to burn, I believe that was a buy round on Nevada's portion, or part, as well as the Viper's pit. And they didn't even get a single BSU player.
It was a flawless, and they got the defuse. So that's the most creds you can get out of a round.
Yeah,
so, well done.
So that's pretty good. They managed to, just clean that one up so quickly.
That Viper kill was just clinical. Just popping around yellow and just taking one headshot, backing back up.
And that just shows the game knowledge too, because like Viper doesn't always stay in her role. They'll sometimes like stay out of it. As long as you pop back in every once in a while and keep it up.
It refreshes. DSJ back not afraid of that Viper wall. Comes clearing right in. Skies.
Oh, ooh. That didn't get him. Wow.
No, it didn't, and which let Stigma take the assist on. J-Back's ready for that drop down. Might go around for the second as we've already got Plant, but he's under a lot of fire here. He's hoping J-Ball would come up and help him out here. The wall is in the way, but it starts to get cleared here. Anytime they place a wall, you can take care of it, really. Decides to force through that decay. Ooh.
I think it paid off there for him.
I think it did.
Now it's a 1v2.
1v2, good.
We gotta see if they can turn this into a 1v1.
Oh, no.
They have to stick it half. Oh, unfortunately, I didn't see the Yoru.
That's a rough thing walking out of the smoke there because...
yeah, it was just one of those situations where it's like, yeah, unless they make a mistake, like, it's very difficult for you to win just because of the fact that you have to at least get it to half there. Your smoke's not going to last. There's 2 of them. And
they get to reposition because they know that you're either in the smoke or you're not. And if you're in the smoke, you kind of have to stay there. So they get to run around and clear the area. And then once they're done with that, it's absolutely shuffled their position. So you come in blind to every angle that is open to you there, which is why they plant default where it is. So that's just a rough spot to be in to try to 1v2, clutch this up. Skies saw a little toe there, is ready to take this out with an op, just watching this tight angle. It's been rough, though. We've seen Skies
the Sage has been the designated peeker there.
The op bait.
They drew straws at the start of the game to see who would... drew the smoke.
Calvin did not fall for the Yoru tricks, but coming back to the match does not happen. J-Ball looking to cover this backside. Might start moving in once we get some suppressive fire from Panda in the backpack against Stigma. But the wall is up, kind of funneling things down into the side door here.
They got res. Oh,
they don't even need it. Taking one out. Oh, yeah, that res could be huge right here, bringing us to a 2-2. Let's see if they think about it. They're kind of in an awkward position. They decide to go for it to save W Panda. They don't want to use the wall. That is a rough time bend.
Oh, and then they're out of there, too. That was very unfortunate. Yoru with the quick flank, and I think they have to just stick it.
Oh, no.
They walled the wrong area. I don't think they have time, sadly. Oh, they get the kill. You know, you got to get those style points.
Yeah, the kill is nice. The kill is nice. If
But
you're gonna
they've
lose-
got it if they stuck it.
I think they could have. I think it would. No.
It would have been really,
It would've
really
been
close.
incredibly close. Because once you hear that double beep noise, that's around where the half is. But you can get it before the half. So I think
Yeah.
that was the way to go. I think that was the call to be made. I think they could have been a bit more aggressive around the snake bite there. But it's all right. 5-5.
Yeah.
We're not worried.
That
Tour
that
de
was
force
just
is already
incredibly well done, though.
on. That was.
I believe Jabald's part. Just not enough time.
Yeah,
the
taking
end of the
the revive to, instead of try to force in and clutch this last second win, admit that we need to stop playing for this round and start playing for next round. Runs back, gets a gun, saves for economy. Oh,
Ooh, the
Panda. So good. Hands all over the keys.
Kill
That was a tricky one, but
nice.
Panda does not fall. Takes a second, ready for the third. Oh, they triple peek him, and when he jiggles back out to take a second shot, they just absolutely take care of him. J-Ball with an early break onto this wall, a critical wall. Needs protecting. That snake bite has got a good angle to it, but it's a little bit deep, so J-Ball is comfortable in peeking up on that. And look at that synergy that we were talking about earlier. You cannot push that because it's slow and snake bite, and they're just trapped back there while the counter counts down, so they're ready to hone on this angle here as Sky starts
Looks
to
like
One
J-Back
enemy
just going to
remaining.
stick it while the rest of the team forces them
Yeah,
to either
sweeps through.
retreat or engage.
Now, it was all good calls by Nevada. They were doing so well, but
Yeah,
they just lost a few firefights.
Yeah,
just some real
that,
clean one-on-ones.
That right here, I think we'll see it. The one tap with the headhunter was so
Yep.
big. Like if that Yoru managed to get a foothold onto
Yeah.
the site, I think this could have been an entirely different round. But J Panda didn't fall for the clone and then just
Yeah.
one taps him here.
And what a decision shot to come out of the ultimate, basically surprise with both yourself and the clone, because I could have easily messed that up and tried to headhunter just whoever was closer to me.
Yeah, just like a split second. Like
Yeah.
even if you know
Yeah.
it's a clone, like
Yeah,
being
it's-
able to process.
It's hard to see two red shadows and not shoot the wrong one.
Yeah.
Ooh, Skies with an early kill. Oh no, just a shot, does not take the kill.
Oh, I think they legged Yoru. He is one
They
shot.
did. Wow, he's low and keeps
And
being
it-
low.
Making sure a little lower than low.
It was the Viper's snake bite that
planted.
finished him off. He just went.
Oh wow. Okay, they have Viper spin. Oh, and they get through the smoke.
Enemy remaining.
And just the last one here, Sage.
Boise State absolutely shutting down here.
That was a big round.
Yeah,
Burning
but-
the Viper's pit. Oh.
Well,
Oh, you hit half. I forgot.
yeah, that always scares me.
Like, oh, what? Yeah. Wow. What an incredible round. Like, they
Oh
got
my goodness.
the Jet. They know that Jet pushes up onto the rafters there. Like, I think we'll see that. Oh, no, we won't. That was before this. And they were ready for it. And Jet just pushes through the wall and just gets taken down right away. Looking here, we already got a lineup from J-Bag, I think. Also, that ghost skin is very clean. So they pull it out again. They're thinking about it. They're getting their lineups ready. That's the smart thing, not looking at their guns. See where this lands. Is this top of mid? That's my guess.
Okay, wait, like a one-way around. Oh, that's a snake
I
bite,
think
sorry.
they're trying to get mid, the little spot you can peek over on mid.
Ooh, moving right in this wall. Getting the absorb, starting to move in. W Panda with a headhunter.
And Sage will, and they're gonna just plant this without even engaging the enemy. I don't think anyone saw each other there.
No, there was no eye contact. They were just all going for the wall bangs, suppressive fire, just trying to intimidate. Ooh, Sky saw someone.
Gotta isolate those people in the back before they get pincered. But
Ooh.
the clean shot.
Oh,
standing.
Skies did well with that first one, but Jabal looking to hold it in, but it's not going to happen. The wall is already up and in its solid form. That
Yeah,
diffuse is
and
unstoppable at that
unfortunately,
point.
nothing Jabot can do with that.
Yeah, and to save that ghost at such close range is just not worth it. So that shorty prevails there. That was a worthy death, but oh, this was nice.
Yeah, that one tap, and unfortunately, they just weren't able to get the next one.
Yep.
That Sage Wall also is pretty good there. It just cements the
Sage Wall
fact
is
that they can't.
huge on this map. And I mean, like, when you watch pros play, it's every single time. Like you're saying, before even eye contact, just run in, make the wall, let it solidify, plant, walk out.
It's very fitting that of all the maps that Sage is, like, super meta on, it's Icebox.
It's the cold one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got, gonna have a little pop flash here. Oh, man. I almost feel like you need to do a right click there because the left click takes so long to detonate.
It kind of does, but there is a pocket back there that's a little deeper, and you would hate to flash the hallway.
True.
And not catch that pocket that's deeper in, so I understand it, but not really a pop flash when you're hurling it so far. This guy's ready for Mochi here, maybe even Grant, hoping this wall will go down and just give him free vision, but it's not going to happen. They've got to go real slow.
Yeah, if they're playing it patient. They don't have to.
Here it is. Grant looking to peek. Oh, wow. What a response. Takes a little bit of damage, but Panda's ready to follow it up.
The Marshal's just so deadly on these ecos.
It really is, especially with the verticality of this map. You just can't always be looking in the right spot.
Calvin with the knife here.
Silence. And we're seeing more and more of that, the close silence. Not trying to get it very far and take care of lots of people, but using it almost like Sky Flash. You're not actually trying to flash anyone. You use a close silence to really check this hallway.
Yeah, they want to just get this space right now.
Yeah, take space slowly instead of trying to force in and be in over your head when someone was on the close hallway.
Interesting.
Oh, wow, with the shallow plant. I love that.
I don't think I've seen anyone plant it there.
And that's so far out. They actually turned around to plant, like, you know, pixels off the edge.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, once they break this wall, they're going to be in some trouble here, but bringing these close engagements.
Oh, the second one picks up with a classic right click, takes a few. Unfortunately, they're going to be getting the defuse because Panda is a little ways away here. Oh, I spoke too soon. Panda is on a hunt. Oh, all he has to do is play time, and he knows it. He doesn't go out for that second peek. Instead, he just plays classic right clicks, just kind of floats around. Is not enough time. He can just be menacing. And takes him out. W Panda, absolutely surgical play.
That was amazing. Like, I was not expecting W Panda to pull that off, but props to him. Like, getting the Yoru, and then right here, they almost forced it, and then they're like, actually, bad idea. And look at how smart they are. They get rid of that angle, and then just walk around. They know that they're going to, like, be wondering where they are. They're thinking they could be from the other side, re-peek that same angle. There was just so much that the Viper had to guess where they were. We got, looks like a full buy here. Is it full buy free? Oh, and just 2 1-taps. Just like that.
Wow. Yeah, W Panda's going crazy here, fueled with his energy on a free site.
This might be an eco round, though, on Nevada's one. I can't tell, but it looks like they're holding pistols.
They're not firing much off, so we'll never really know, but
when they manage to land their shots like that, like, it doesn't matter what they got.
That's true. Oh, that was just...
I think they were just like, well...
Oh.
Wait, no, that was a buy round, I believe.
Yeah, he was holding something long, though. It could have been a Guardian.
Yeah.
A half buy there.
If that was a full buy,
that's
back to the drawing board, back to a save if that
Yeah.
was. So,
and this one right here just sees Gantum, decides to reposition, really hones in, files his nails, and then takes the trigger.
yeah,
That's
and look at that. They're gonna be forced to a half buy.
Ooh, the Marshall, the Stinger. Good old Stinger.
Yeah, how far it's fallen.
Oh, how far. Yeah, well, when they changed the run and gun meta, it became less interesting. And early blood onto one, trying to hold a close angle.
Oh, the
Skies
shorty.
gets punted for that push, though. You've got to check those angles. It's now a 4-3, though. Boise State does have an ult out, making this a little bit of a fairer field as we get to use our
you gotta be a little careful of the Marshall. That's one of those weapons that's really easy to disrespect people on, and then they show you the power of it.
Yeah, do not disrespect Stigma with the Marshall way back there. That is a jet player.
One enemy
not
remaining.
having a dash. Ooh, trying to fight up against Fury, takes it.
And
well done, way back.
yeah, that was a pretty good round on Nevada's part, all things considered. They managed to drop 2 rifles off them and wound a few people, I believe, so they have to rebuy armor. So Not the worst thing in the world, especially for a round they're predicted to lose just because of the gun disadvantage.
Yes, that's true. Hopefully that bye gets them enough of a leg up that they can start making a difference here.
Wow, look, W and Panda and Skies, 18
Oh
kills,
my
11 deaths, and 18 kills, 10 deaths.
Crazy. It looks like we might be seeing the knives come out. Sure enough. They're all ready for a nice and slow B push, a little bit through mid.
They're a little more hesitant
Oh.
after that shorty, I think.
That Yoru. I would be. That one definitely caught the IGL right in the shoulder. That's rough. Really backing off from that Yoru. Hearing him come back in. Oh, wow. What a pinch.
They managed to trade him out.
Knives do take care of it. Yep, meaning Grant takes 2 before falling, and Stigma replies. We're going to bring Skies back into the game here. Or Skies was already in, sorry. We're bringing J-Bag back in.
I wonder, did they burn their heel already? Nope, there we go.
Okay, perfect.
About to say, 7 HP up to, like, yeah, 67. That's another rifle shot.
Enemy remaining.
Ooh, doesn't even need it, though.
How do you feel about using that res there? I know that you can't hold the res forever, and you may as well, you know, close up the game here. But when you're 3-2...
At that point, I think the main thing is it bolsters your economy. Like, they don't have to rebuy another rifle. It just kind of secures the round.
For round 12, yeah.
And it was an ace, too. You know, like, it's so hard to, like... I think player of the game is going to be a really difficult one here because both W Panda and Skies have just been playing out of their mind.
Oh,
it's like, right when I think I have, like, one in mind, they just go and do this.
The other one says, oh, but don't forget about me.
Yeah.
No, but the whole team is doing excellently well. We've seen a lot of utility come out of utility here. A lot of value come out of utility.
Yeah, because utility is only as good as when you can capitalize off it. Like, sure, you can get a really good stun off on someone, but if no one's there to follow it up, it's not.
It's true. That's true. Ooh, the Aerie is coming out. Hopefully we get to see some of that before Skies just takes him down absolutely. Stigma with the knives ready, and so is the Headhunter. Nevada is fighting for this point here, but W Panda looking to just take Piri out. Piri, nice and slow, understands who the clock is fighting for right now. Stigma looking to back it up. Ooh, goes aerial, and W Panda sees it. Might be a quick take. Ooh.
No one able to land their shots there, unfortunately.
Yep.
They were just pixels away from each other.
Good sign of good play.
Looks like everyone. Oh, no! What is going on there?
The jump with the knife. Thought they saw too many people in mid and B and thought they were casually playing through A, just getting some aggression for a quick pinch, and there's no chance. Sky's capitalizing on that. Moves right in for the 3K, hungry for more.
Is this going to be another
4.
ace?
Are we going to see 2 rounds in a row ace? Oh, man, that Headhunter.
So close.
The ace crusher. Goodness.
I think they just got a little. I mean, it's
a little
easy.
sassy.
Yeah, it's easy to do when you're almost getting back-to-back aces.
Oh, jeez.
I still wonder what was happening there. They just
That's
were like,
crazy. Yeah, just trotting through the forest, just skipping right through. That was scary for me.
It's like,
oh my.
Were they going for the ult orb? I'm not sure.
And wow, Sky's on a tear. Just.
Round 12 here. This could very much be the last round.
This could be it. This could be it. Yeah. Don't say your goodbyes too soon, though, because Nevada definitely knows how to.
Yeah, this is a buy round for
fight.
them, so
it is their buy round.
It's going to be an uphill battle.
Oh. Now the hill just got steeper. Piri is out of the game, and that lost not only a heal, not only a player and a wall, but the res, too.
Oh, yeah. That could have been a big res.
So we see that ult coming out, and I love how you can already just look at the minimap and see the absolute migration of attacking players saying, nope, not going to, walk into the maze here when it's full of caustic gas and a potential shorty. So they start rolling back around to mid here, but what I don't like is the defensive reply to that. They're still on A and still skipping around.
Yeah, I think just people rotating too fast. Like they didn't have mid control there for a long time.
Yeah, no,
and they were they didn't check the angles.
Yeah, either too fast or not fast enough. Just running into uncontested ground here.
Okay, this time
a good reply, but they could have been pre-peeking that, considering that they just had someone die to that. I don't think comms are hot for Nevada.
Yeah, they got the Viper spit here, plus bomb down. Yeah, granted, you do have another Viper and a Chamber. Those are pretty good characters for this situation for the retake. But they got to move fast if they want to even have a chance. Oh,
wow, Mochi. Absolutely
I
at
think they
home.
burned the
Oh, what a
Molly's
read.
here.
The Molly is in just the right spot. J-Bag's ready for it.
Oh, but nice. J-Bag not only brings them both down, but managed to delay long enough. And I believe that'll do it for that.
That's it. Yeah, that's map 2. So
That was quite a game.
here it is.
And just like seeing how well that both teams played, because you got to give Nevada credit where credit is due.
Oh, definitely.
Like,
And
they had a lot of good plays there.
when they were in their comfortable half, they were strong. We didn't see them get less than 5 or 6 points. Like they definitely fought tooth and nail while they had that ground.
And there was just, I think, a few mistakes here and there, like just rotating a little too fast and not checking corners. And like, I think that's just, you know, like you're playing for so long, it definitely wears on you. And so like, especially like if you're losing a few rounds in a row, it's very easy to like kind of get a little flustered, which, you know, it happens. It's just being able to like realign yourself and kind of like.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't see any tactical timeouts for that.
Yeah, for sure. But they played very well, I will say.
All right. Well, we already talked a little bit about this, but player of the game.
Ooh, yeah, it's going to be a tough one. I think I have to give it to Skies, though, after that ace. And then the almost ace after it.
Yeah.
Like, back-to-back.
W Panda.
Oh, W Panda, yeah. I'm not even disappointed, though. Like, either player, like, definitely deserved it. They both played out of their minds.
And W Panda was just nasty with the headhunter in map 2.
Oh, yeah. Like, the one where the Yoru faked or threw out the clone, and then he just doesn't shoot it and gets the Yoru with the one tap. It's just clean.
And Skies, I don't want to do this to them, but I feel like their op play was falling off a little bit on map 2. They really came in clean on map 1, and they were definitely a huge contender for player of the game. But I don't know. I think they could have taken it further. Gave up too many sages there.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, they got the W, though, so.
They sure did.
It was just phenomenal play, like, not even just by both of them. They just happened to be the ones fragging out, but the whole team as well. They all, like, the coordination, like you said, they probably got tired of hearing the countdown 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Just because, like, they had such good, like, simultaneous pushes.
Well, that means W Panda is your ICCU player of the game. Player of the game is brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union, who believes a great player makes a team more successful, just like Idaho Central's helping members achieve financial success. W Panda, congratulations. You're the Idaho Central Credit Union player of the game. There it is. All right. As we start to wrap this up, do you have anything else to say, either to BSU, Nevada, teams at home?
Oh, man. I guess just like the team play was just so amazing by BSU, and I'm excited to see more of it.
All right. Yeah, you heard it. We're looking forward to more game, deeper into the Mountain West champions. Thank you, and have a good night. Gansa, but it's so worth it with a 2-1.
I believe
damage on the breach.
I believe they almost killed the Sova there, too. I think there's a teeny bit of red there. With a friend.
Oh, my goodness.
Almost a double with that.
Calvin might get peeked here. Ooh. If he pushes out, he take the backs of 2, and he's thinking about it. He hears that. Oh, he takes the bolt. That ult orb just with the reload gets caught there. Meaning that the plant goes down, and J-Back caught over the shoulder. Health is so low for that Viper. It's basically a 1v1. If someone makes eye contact with the Viper, an Eyelash can take her out.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely.
Ooh, J-Bolt ready for Grant. Sees that shoulder. Buried the head.
And they
no
get
problems. It really is.
Panda does. There's someone right below him. This could be very dangerous.
And that's an awkward place to drop with a weapon of that range. So might be able to take Stigma here nice and slow. Sees it. Goes for it. Oh, goodness. Ooh. Oh. Gets the 3. Oh, no. Nice for the 4 and lose. How do you feel about using that res there? I know that you can't hold the res forever, and you may as well, you know, close up the game here. But when you're 3-2...
At that point, I think the main thing is it bolsters your economy. Like, they don't have to rebuy another rifle. It just kind of secures the round.
Round 12,
yeah. And there was an ace, too. It's like, everyone... Oh, no! What is going on there?
The jump with the knife. thought they saw too many people in mid and B and thought they were casually playing through A, just getting some aggression for a quick pinch, and there's no chance. Sky's capitalizing on that, moves right in for the 3K, hungry for more.
This will be
Down for
another
four.
ace.
Are we going to see 2 rounds?